Alright, welcome back. It's Rico, and we're talking part 3 now. We're going to be talking about modulation, saturation, and LCR panning. So, let's begin by taking a look at our tracks here. Notice I set up some subgroups. So what I generally do after I have a somewhat, organized mix. And in this 808 group here, I have these two 808s. So let's take a look at this track here. Okay. What we got so far? Okay, first thing I did with this subgroup here is I added a little cut here just to get rid of some more of those low end frequencies, just in case any seem to be leaking through. And then what I've done is I've set up some saturation here. It's the only thing I've really done for these 808s. There we are. Got just a little bit more grit and a little more bite to the bottom end here. You see this crossover sets at about 535, so it's basically grabbing everything, just giving it a little bit of tape saturation, a little bit of highs, make it cut through the sound. Excellent. Okay, now let's leave this. We got that set up. We're gonna go to these drums now. Right here. Open up the drums. Excellent. Look at this kick going. I'll turn these 808s off. Okay. All I've done here, sausage fattener, 12, 11. Beautiful. Okay. Snare. Same thing, sausage fattener. Hi-hats. Same thing, sausage fattener. Just to let it cut through the crash. Fab Filter Pro C. Take a look at this. Just adding more bite, more highs. Okay, let's go back here. Notice here that the crash here I have it set to right 42. The hats I have set to left 22. Snare is dead in the center, and kick should be dead in the center. Okay, good. So this is pretty much all of our drums. So now let's go to our drum bus here. Take a look at what I've done here. I've added a Fab Filter Pro C compressor here just to glue it together. So let's take a listen. Notice I got roughly 3 dB of gain. Just doing it to glue the track together. I've also had here set the side chain so that it's only affecting everything from 20 Hz and up. Good. Hard knee. If you look at my ratio, 1.5, so it's really not doing a lot. Quick attack, long release. All it's doing is just gelling the sounds together. Good. Beautiful. We're here with the 808s. Good. Nice. Let's go to these strings now. We'll hit up the we'll hit string number 1 first. Okay. Okay. All I've done is I've panned hard right. Nothing here has been changed. String 2, hand it hard left, no inserts. So here, I'll close these 808s for now. Good. The trumpet, no effects, dead center. Good. Now, I'm going to go here. This is what I've done to the bus. I've added in a compressor off the top, threshold -8, attack 10, so the attack is really taking some time for it to kick in, ratio 4, and a variable release, automatic release. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, gelling those sounds together. Nice. Park this here for now. And a stereo imager from Waves also. And notice I've set it up to be really wide. Good. Beautiful. Nice and wide now. Okay. Let's hear how it sounds with those 808s. Nice, you hear that? Those strings do not get in the way of the 808 or the drum kit. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do the harmony next. Turn all these off for the moment. And start off with that gated pad. Okay. I'll turn this up for a minute. Good. These are all the effects I've added to it. Oh. Let me turn them off. Okay. We have our compressor that we've already talked about. There we go. Now, first thing I've added was Essential Effects Phaser. Very decent rate, 1.5 kilohertz. Depth of 57%, 12% phase, 23% feedbacks, and 54% of the mix. So, not stealing all the signal, only partial part of the signal. I didn't like before this, I had this. It was too choppy. And some of the higher frequencies are really hurting my ears at loud volumes. So this phaser, making it more washy. I can live with that. Good. The next thing I've added, I'll park this here for the moment, is a chorus and flanger. Okay. Take a look down here, I'll click it on. Okay. Notice the speed's a little faster here. Rate 8.4 Hertz. Depth of 69, phase of 90, 50% feedback, and 50% mix. Good. A little bit more washy. And the last thing I've added here is isotope trash. And what I've done here is I've dirtied up this signal a bit. Take a listen. Nice. So I'm using a retro style distortion built in here. My shape is fairly straight here, so nothing's been really changed. And the filter hasn't been adjusted, so it's basically just using some distortion drive just to muddy it up. Good. Let's hear how this sounds with the mix so far. No, I didn't use any stereo wideners on this because it's already panned hard left and right. Good. Okay. We're gonna go with the stomps now. Let's take a look at this. I'll turn all of these off. Okay, this is where we left off. I'll turn this up. Beautiful. Okay. First thing they've done is I've added a filter effect, Fab Filter Volcano 2. Take a listen to this. So this is a spatial filter effect called Insect Disco. Sometimes what I'll randomly do is if I'm not really feeling the vibe of a certain lick or riff, I'll add this VST here and see if I can change it up some way to make it feel different. I was liking this when I heard this. Here's the original. The reason why I chose this was because if you listen to our gate, sounds good with it. That's two similar sounds. They'll conflict with each other. Much better. Let's hear with the strings. And the drums. Nice. Okay. Turn those off. Go to the wine lead. Excellent. Okay. What I've done with this, we're going to turn this off. Okay. Back to here. M Dynamics. My compressor I've chosen for this. Turn it on. Okay. Let's take a look at our settings. -40 to ratio, and we have output gain 4.6. All we're doing is leveling out the sound. Good. And then for modulation, I've added this Waves double stereo. Now if you look here, all it's doing is taking the signal, panning at 45 degrees out to the left, 45 degrees out to the right at 0 gain. And then what I've done here is the center signal, I've reduced it by -12. So it sounds like the sound is coming out of the sides and just a tiny bit out of a little bit out of the center. Let's take a listen. Yeah. So it's still there in the center, but not as strong as the sides. Here with those stomps and the gated pad. So if you're noticing, everything has its own home, its own space. Let's hear that with the track. Beautiful. Sounds great so far. Okay. Last thing we have to hit up here are those vocal chants. What's that? Okay. And what I've done here, you will remember, I already have the sausage fattener on here. What I've done is I've gone back to isotope trash, and we'll take a look here and take a listen. Nice, beautiful. There we go. Beautiful. Good. Okay. I'm using a retro style distortion here. Notice that the filter cutting off a lot of the low end. For my dynamics, got a little bit of compression built in here, just dirtying up the sound a little bit. And if you go to the stereo imager, my next effect, I'm not going too wide. Got it here set to 1.39. Let's take a listen to it. There we go. Not too wide. That's wide. Yeah. Keep it about there. That's good. Okay, let's listen to all these together. Okay. Sounds good so far. Okay, we'll close that. And then we're going to go to the bass. Click, click, click. Off to the bass tracks now. Turn this up, and we'll do the low bass. We'll take a listen to this. Okay, this is what we left it off with. Go here. I've done nothing. The low bass into the copy of the low bass. I've done nothing. It's beautiful. Now, let's go here to the group channel and see what's happened. Okay, right here. I've added a compressor just to glue those two together. There we are. Threshold, -1. So there's very little reduction happening here. Look. Nothing. Attack is very fast, ratio of 6. Auto release, medium tone, soft knee, and no actual output gain. With it off. There we are. Sounds a little bit thicker. I like that. Okay. Let's turn all these on. With the side shape. Beautiful, that's our track. Alright, we're done. I'm Rico, I'm out, and I'll see you at the next session. We'll be talking about our tube bus. Ciao.